Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the major HIT-60-3848. It's a 4-foot long drill bit is what it is, 3/8 size. This goes along with the HIT-60, which is the raceway template or drill guide. Okay. This video is just to show you the drill bit, talk about it itself and what it's used for. The length of the spiral component, it's about 5 inches, maybe a little bit longer. Okay. This is going to be used to drill this length of bit. Is going to be used to drill the raceway that the HIT-60, or the wire channel, the wire hole, access hole that your electric hinges are going to require to your electric lock sets. Clear plastic tube, couple of red connectors on the end here. It's also going to be used to drill flush bolts as well. Now, I've drilled raceways, and I have certainly drilled for flush bolts and every other size. The diameter of the bit notwithstanding, the 4-foot bit you're really not going to pull out unless you're doing a raceway or you're doing a flush bolt on like a 10-foot tall door. So you won't end up using this often. However, when you have an application that requires it, you're going to need the longer bit, 3-foot doors, that sort of thing, in order to get the raceway through. So the raceway is basically the power transfer, whatever that is, typically a full mortise hinge. It will have 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 wires coming off of it. You're going to drill a hole in a particular location per the template, and then you're going to drill that hole through the door out to the back side of the lock or the panic device trim or whatever it is that you are needing to run low voltage to, or whatever you're connecting a request to exit switch or latch bolt monitoring, whatever requires the ability to send a signal or receive power. And you'll drill that hole through the door. Now, their HIT-60 raceway template is meant for doing that raceway job. It includes this drill bit. So when you buy a HIT-60, it's going to include the HIT-60-3848. I use my 4-foot bit, here it is, I keep referring to it, so infrequently that I've never had to sharpen it. And it's also because I'm, 1.5 inches in, back it out, 1.5 inches in for the good first third of the entire project to evacuate all that material, and continuing to do so, and also at the prescribed RPM. 800 RPM for particle board, half of that if it's mineral core, sort of speed, and being sure to treat the drill bit as if it's an expensive tool, which it certainly is. Generally, I'm going to be using shorter length bits because I'm not drilling raceways that often. I'm doing flush bolts or some preparation that requires a much shorter length bit. But again, there are times when you can't do the job without the right length drill bit. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information on this HIT-60-3848. And by the way, 3/8 means 3/8, 4/8 means 48-inch long. Let's do that now. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are looking at. Not a lot to see here. Carbide Tip Bit. There is well, we'll take a look at it in a moment. 3/8 diameter and sold as each. When you buy one, we'll ship you one. And let's take a look at the installation instructions that are linked to down below. Now, this is for the HIT-60, which is this tool, which I will show you. There it is, showing the drill bit. Now, the installation instructions are here because they refer to the drill bit and how to use it with the HIT-60, how to make sure that you're getting the hole drilled to where you want it to get to. Yeah, I mean, drilling these holes take time and practice. Basically, you know, if you've ever drilled holes and had someone more experienced than you attempt to teach you, they're telling you, let the drill bit do the work. Don't push it too hard. Don't exceed the RPM, or that bit is going to wander on you. The bit will always seek out the less dense material. And when you're drilling through architectural doors, you really never know completely what's inside of those doors. So let the drill bit do the work for you. And if it takes longer than you want, you have two choices. Be patient or run a higher risk of damaging the door. I was prepping a door one time for flush bolts, and I wasn't patient, and that bit came right up, and just like a giant whale breaching the surface of the water, it came right up. Yeah, that door was... I had to restyle that door completely, and it wasn't inexpensive. So let the bit do the work. And I have some images that I can show you. There's the label. The tip. You can see a little feature of the carbide nature to it. Okay, going to be very nice and long lasting. And then basically just showing that it's 4 foot long. Okay, so it's a drill bit. Great. Not a lot of value, I suppose, in declaring that, but nonetheless, you're able to see it. And also, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page as seen here, where you can pull up not only all of the major products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I would certainly recommend a dive into the full product catalog because it will most certainly allow you to familiarize yourself with the 100+ pages of door and frame modification installation aids that are here. Security hardware, locksmithing material, unique items that other people simply don't have. No one else has them. And an example of that I lean into rather often is, anyway, if you're into locksmithing, I love these capping tools because they're wider. They allow you to move your hands away from the hammer. They have one for Corbin Russwin and Sargent. What I was just referring to was the unique item is this, the cylinder extension kit. I have, within a period of a few dozen minutes, produced 3-inch polished chrome Schlage F-Series keyway mortise cylinders. 3-inch. You are not getting that from the factory quickly. I did 2 of them in 48 minutes. This platform allows you to do that. You basically drill holes in the back of a cylinder, you tap them, and then you add these extensions, is basically what it is. I think I started with 1 1/4 because that's all I could get my hands on in a Schlage F. Actually, well, anyway, that's not germane. 1 1/4, and then I added a 1 inch and a 3/4 inch, and then I had to use like a 2 1/4 inch long 832 machine screw to hold those extensions together. Worked perfectly. What job was that for? A client had like a 5-inch or a 6-inch thick door, some excessively thick door. The lock was also not centered in the door, and the 3-inch cylinder length is what was needed. You know, it takes time to prep those, and yes, certainly that's charged for, but nonetheless, you get past the cylinder extensions and then you get into the lock installation kits and aids. It's about the second half of the entire catalog. Lots of stuff here, and that's again on the manufacturer's page right here. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. So if you have any questions on any of the major components, I do attempt to video all of the material that crosses my desk, whether it be a cylinder guard or an entire locksmithing, or an entire lock and strike installation kit that comes in a big giant tackle box. As I've said many, many times in the past, Major is a straightforward, no-nonsense type of company. This part of the video, there may have been a part of the video that you heard that demonstrates that. That's why we appreciate them so much, because they just keep it simple and straightforward. They clearly have an understanding of the application. They couldn't make their tools without that. It's very, very rare someone who has spent many years prepping doors, frames, etc., for me to say, well, that could have been better. In fact, I can't even think of a time. And locksmithing tools, door installation tools are very expensive. They're partially expensive, I think, because the volume is relatively low, but it is what it takes to go into being able to make those, and that's what Major brings. It's their experience, their knowledge, their expertise, etc. Any questions on the HIT-60-3848 drill bit or any other Major product, please feel free to reach out to us, and thank you. You know what's worse than losing your Z-axis on your CNC machine? It's not participating in the Architectural Builders Supply March giveaway. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.